Underway with Texas Tech and Colorado squaring off in Boulder.
Chris, very important. We'll see how does Colorado score against this tough defense. You see them already doubling.
And Sebastian Rashik lines it up and drills it to break the seal. Not even 15 seconds in.
Yeah, you're right about that. He struggled the last game for 3, so they really love that. That's a welcome sight.
You see Colorado aggressive with the press off of their first make.
Yeah, they're going to mix up their defenses to try to keep Texas Tech on their heels. We'll see how they attack it. Texas Tech did a great job in their shoot-around and is focused on this exact thing.
Colorado played a lot of zone in their win against Utah. And that time it's carved right up with a pass inside to Lawan Watts.
Now just surgical. There's nothing better than the coach when they work on something and shoot around and it actually works the first possession out. Kudos to Jeff Linder, who's their offensive coach, for getting them prepared for their switching defenses.
Do you think the players will go back and say, great job, coach, getting us ready? No, the players never do that.
Hey, one thing I know, if it doesn't work out, I know what they'll say.
Rashik turns down to 3 and says it's Hargress on the left side.
Chris, you were raving about him at shoot-around, and already look what he's doing.
He has a little Buddy Hield look, that kind of quick release, that form, and he drills the 3. He's shooting the 3 at 56%. That's 19 makes in 33 attempts.
I mean, just a ridiculously efficient guard, and guards usually aren't that efficient, particularly smaller guys. There's that guy right there. That's what Tad Ball kept him up at night. The offensive rebounding, but they missed that one by J.D. Toppin.
Colorado, they are 2-0 in Big 12 play. Winners last time out Wednesday against Utah. Finished that game on a 16-6 run. That game was just a 2-point game late. Hargress slices inside and lays it up with a right. Man, what a start for Colorado 2 minutes in.
Yeah, this crowd is already fired up. Hargress doing exactly what he does best, being an efficient scorer. They got to tighten that defense up. That's one of my keys. They got to keep Colorado out of the paint, Chris.
Well, we saw earlier on CBS, Wisconsin handle Michigan. So you already know that they're upset in the air already on a Saturday in college basketball. 3 ranked teams going down to unranked teams at the start of the day. Christian Anderson lobs, Toppin handles, regathers, can't finish inside, altered by Malone, but gets it back, and Toppin, who averages 21 a game, lays it in.
Hey, the Toppin cleanup crew, as I said before, will make them dangerous. If you allow them to get into the lane, it's going to be very difficult to box out JT Toppin.
Colorado doubling Texas Tech in the early going. 4-3, the Buffaloes since starting the season 8-0.
They're trying to get into that paint and drive and kick. Even though Colorado doesn't make a lot of threes, they want to get to the foul line.
Big man Malone fade away. And here comes Texas Tech.
They'll take that shot all day long from Malone as opposed to him playing bully ball and getting offensive rebounds.
From the former NAIA All-American, Toppin turns it over, and it is Malone who scoops it up. Hargress bumped, unaltered, and delivers. He wanted the contact, wanted the foul call. It's 7 quick ones for Hargress.
And we talked to Tad Ball, and what did he say? Push the tempo. They want to get the ball up and down the floor. They're having almost 87 points a game, and they know that Texas Tech is shorthanded. We're playing a mile high in Denver. We want to take advantage of it, hope they're winded. That's right there again, another offensive rebound.
Leads to the open Atwell shot off the mark.
Don't want to have a steady diet of that, because Texas Tech can really hurt you if you allow them to continue to get extra shots.
Excellent hands by Atwell to knock it away, but you're seeing the pace. This is what Colorado wants. You mentioned it, Tad Boyle feels like he has the deeper team, but Christian Anderson has the deeper range.
Like, righteous is all I got to say. You got to make sure you find him early and often, and he has range. And that's what I said to Tad Boyle. So you got to guard that line. He said they'll just step further out, and that's exactly what he did.
Dak bricks it, and Watts secures.
Yeah, they'll take him shooting that under 30% for his career. Again, you don't want to dare people to shoot threes, but certainly they don't want him offensive rebounding and using his length.
Stop and pop. Anderson around and out, and Rashik grabs the rebound. So in the half court, what does Colorado need to do to get quality looks against the Texas Tech team?
Man, thinking about Texas Tech, they really bottle you up. You have to do a really good job of moving the basketball, get bodies moving so you can get straight line drives, but you can't do that. This is what you can't do against Texas Tech, is turn the basketball over, give them extra possessions.
Anderson bounces, Watts behind the back, and Toppin fades it off. They're putting on a show in Colorado.
Juwan Watts is a Swiss Army knife. He can bring it up on the break. He can make threes. He can do everything on the floor. He's very dangerous. He's taking Darion Williams' spot. Similar player, maybe more explosive offensively, Chris.
The hero in the tournament last year for Texas Tech. Malone thought about it and said it's Dak inside. Keeps the pivot and off the glass.
That's what you want Dak doing, taking advantage of that length and athleticism and size. When they switch, anytime they switch, let's make sure we take advantage of that.
Texas Tech, they're coming off of their heartbreaking loss last time out to Houston.
This pace is torrid right now for both teams right now. We got exactly what we asked for this game. Typical Big 12 game.
Huffing and puffing, mile high plus here in Boulder. And again, he doesn't start. Comes off the bench and averages 15.5 points per game.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing, particularly being a freshman and able to do that. Comes from good stock. His dad was a Division I player. Mom was a Division I player. Mr. Vontae off the curl cut. Pick it up where he left off last game against Utah.
He had 19 points in that game against Utah that you referenced. He got to the line 9 times, made all 9 free throws.
Yeah, excellent free throw shooter, shall I say, improved from last year. This guy is having a very good season. Another guy whose dad, Martin, played at Iowa State. A lot of these kids in this game have parents, siblings that played college basketball and college football.
Second, third generation players. Tyree Bryant into the game for the first time. The senior from Orlando off the Texas Tech bench misses the 3. Rumbling in transition, Josiah Sanders, another reserve for Coach Boyle. This is Hargress. Couple of good looks early on. Another open look here from distance. No. Wow, Caley hit hard on the left block, but no whistle.
I know, Chris, you're right. I saw the same thing, and no foul. They're letting me be very physical. Big 12 basketball, you have to get out there. Got lucky there.
Fortunate that it rolls in and out on the Colorado defensive side. Hargress running and scoots to the rim.
I'm sure Grant McClassen does not like that. You have to sprint back. As I said, Tabor wants this game to be an up and down game. You see them right now with a little toothache press, trying to slow down the Red Raiders in the half court.
Colorado shooting 7 for 11 so far. Meanwhile, Texas Tech hasn't scored in over 2 minutes.
You stay in this zone, but we'll see if they can do that right there. If you're going to be in the zone, you're going to let Juwan Watts be in the crease. He's smart. He can make shots. He can kick to shooters, but he can also drop dimes to Toppin, which is the most lethal guy that close to the basket.
Toppin, All-American last year, reigning Big 12 Player of the Year. Why is he so effective?
He's so effective because he's so efficient. He has a hard motor. You're looking at their game notes. He says, "I'm a dog," and he is exactly that.
Well, he finds the bone, and the bone is the basketball.
Yes, that's right.
He can rebound with the best of them, averaging a double-double, 21 points and 11 rebounds. And look at those bunnies to get up to catch that one.
The pass.
Anderson sets it up. Bryant, cash.
Man, they have been looking for him to knock that shot down. Transfer from Santa Clara, made 66 threes last year. Been struggling a bit from 3, but if he can get in his rhythm, Chris, he makes this team a much better team.
Hey, this is a guy at Santa Clara who scored 35 points in a game against Gonzaga.
Man, they have weapons. Yeah, great job by them in the portal identifying players. This guy right here has only made 1 3 this year. Texas Tech will give that shot.
Who I imagine as an opposing coach, like, how do you play a guy who leads the Big 12 in assists but can score at the rate he can at nearly 20 a game?
Yeah, so much is asked of him, and it just shows his development from 1 year to the next. And he's really done it at a high level. Really did a good job with injuries. But what he did against Duke, there's no question he's one of the best players in the country.
Fade away, baseline J, the friendly roll, Donovan Atwell.
Again, you talking about a welcome sight. Done a young man 48 threes out of 50 of his 54 makes, 48 are threes, or makes or threes. And for him to make a 2-point shot, as I said before, that's great for them.
That's what you call high volume 3-point shooter. And here comes Texas Tech. Transition, a team that averages 84 points a game. Another corner 3, Atwell no. Rebound volleyed and vacuumed in by Dak.
Atwell can knock that shot down, particularly from the corner as a foul. But now they have to go to the next level, Toppin and Christian Anderson, and lead this program. And they've been doing a tremendous job. He was really, really, really cool to talk to. And you know what he said? He loved that win against Duke.
Yeah, he watched those highlights over and over. And I would too, absolutely. You pull off the comeback against the previously unbeaten team. Donovan Atwell rings the bell.
This bad defense, you should know. I'm going to say it ad nauseum. All he's going to do is shoot a three. Get out there quick.
After a slow start, Texas Tech has regained their form to take a 4-point lead. Approaching the 8-minute-to-go mark in the first half. Defender falls. They leave to the wing. Petty, shooter, Cash. Jalen Petty.
Come on now. Instant offense. 5 threes versus U of H. Tied his career high from Rainier Beach High School. Who's from Rainier Beach?
Mr. Crawford, Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford. You say that's big bro. Gives him a lot of advice. I know one thing. It is definitely translating for sure. Big time freshman.
Do you see similarities in the game?
No question. He can really shoot it. Not afraid. Jamal Crawford was that type of player. Again, so many tricks in his bags. Oh, my goodness.
Sebastian Roshik says, I got this in my bag.
He says, easy. That's too much talk about. Let me focus on me for a second. Kid is tremendous.
Watts cut off top and not much of a shooter. He's only made 4 threes and now 27 attempts.
Yeah, they'll take that all day long as opposed to him just going crazy inside that restricted area. Let him shoot that all day long.
A lot of contact on the dribble drive from Hargress, and he
guys that shoots the three ball. And then if you have a guy inside like JT Toppin who just eats up the paint, makes you very difficult to guard.
So those threes are open threes.
Oh, no question, open threes. But here's the thing, they're long rebounds as well, and they get extra opportunities on three-point misses.
So that's the interior pass and the floater. You said it. Great word. Unstoppable.
And again, you're trying to guard the three-point shooters, and then you got LaJuan Watts and JT Toppin playing catch with each other. Very skilled players and finishers. Very difficult to guard.
Great note on the screen, Colorado. They've missed 6 of their last 7 shots. Hargress spins, attracts the help, and Roshik misses off the front of the iron.
It's interesting that the Buffs score so many points per game, but only make 7 threes per game, which is interesting. And that happens when they get to the line. And what do they have not done today? Get to the line. But that guy right there, straight line drive. You have to guard him off the ball screens and make him give it up. Far too easy, but there's no rim protection for the Buffs.
He had 27 in a takeover mode performance against Duke. 13 assists just a couple of games ago, Anderson against Oklahoma State. He shows a versatility at that lead guard spot.
Shot blocker, got to slide over a lot quicker, make him make an extra pass. They got to tighten that up, particularly if they're playing zone, leaving so much space for these guys to operate.
Late to get it in. An aggressive hedge. A balanced Colorado team, 5 players, average 10 points or more.
Just a stingy team that really play in the cracks and the crevices. Just a tough shot. They'll give you that shot all day long, particularly if you're not going to get an offensive rebound.
Anderson lost it, scoops it right back up.
One thing about Texas Tech, they're very efficient. They know who the guys are. They don't play a lot of guys off the bench. The guys that are playing are just terrific scorers.
With Anderson and Toppin both near the top of the conference in minutes played. Quick release, Atwell. And McKaylee gets the rebound.
Yeah, tough shot, but again, one thing they did well, the three-point shot went up. They didn't give him a second shot.
9-point deficit, Colorado. Sanders on the sideline.
Drive and kick. Crowd, it's a crowd in there for a reason. They all came to the party, and you got to get back on defense. I'm telling you, that is automatic. Tadball doesn't like it. The shoot around ad nauseum. Get out to the shooters.
13 of the game's last 15 points have been scored by the Red Raiders.
One thing about it, you can have a scouting report, and the coach, and Tadball is an excellent coach, but the players have to execute it on the floor.
A young Colorado team, Dak, who's a junior, floats that one in.
Yeah, that was a great point by you. And sometimes when you play, this is a high-level game for Texas Tech. Probably the biggest game they played this year, and it's at home. Might be a little jittery right now, but we'll see if they can settle into it.
Toppin, aggressive move, banging bodies. points first half. Now the area to improve, the free throw line for Toppin, 47% from the line this season. That was Texas Tech's first free throw of the night.
Imagine if he could make free throws, how dangerous he would be.
And it was 21 a game without making half his free throws is insane.
You know, Coach McCassin talked about he put on 18 pounds this summer, and it's really been something that's helped him take his game to another level, if that's even possible, Chris.
Great scoop inside, but Watts can't finish. Do you think Fernando Lobo, the new AD at Colorado, he went up to JT Toppin before the game, just, you know, former New Mexico guys.
Yes.
JT Toppin began his career at New Mexico.
Hey, Chris Walker, don't forget, I was a New Mexico guy too, worked there for 2 years.
A lot of Lobos.
A lot of Lobos in this game.
Late shot clock as the water for Colorado has been cut off at the second portion of this first half. That one off the body of Caceres and out of bounds.
Texas Tech such a physical defensive team. They stay with the shooters in the corner, force Caceres to make a shot. Just being a stingy defensive team. And I'll tell you this, after that loss to Houston, I'm telling you right now, they were fired up to come in and play this game. They're playing very good right now.
Kingston Fleming's just hit clutch shot after clutch shot.
Another freshman
in that game.
Yeah, I was going to say another freshman that a lot of people aren't talking enough about.
Toppin regathers. He has a double-double. That is his 10th rebound.
Can't do that.
You left open Atwell. How do you do it?
You can't do that. You know what I mean? You can't help off the shooter. I mean, that's just textbook basketball. Have the shooter feed to post. See if they're going to double. You want to double LaJuan Watts because he plays bully ball. You got to live with the two because that guy behind the line is automatic. 1-2 in red is automatic.
Texas Tech trailed this game 16-9. Down 7 early. This is their biggest lead. Toppin got a call on it.
Young team, as you referenced before, but they're playing one of the dogs in the league in Texas Tech. They get after you.
7 ranked teams in the Big 12 in the most recent AP poll. Slapped away.
Hit the reset button, went out and did a great job recruiting. Got some really good freshmen. Ronchik and Dak, they improved. And bringing in, again, Hargis from the portal, they just have to find a way against this stingy Texas Tech team. You know what they're not getting? A second shot, and they're not getting easy looks. So they can't set their defense up. But this guy right here, again, that's what you need. Play some aggressive defense and get a turnover so you can run.
Time to help. And early in the game, it was a lot of this running, transition for Colorado because they got the stops.
But give Texas Tech credit. They're sprinting back right now, not giving up those easy shots they gave up early in the game.
Johnson's still scoreless. He averages 15.5 per game, leading scorer for the team who comes in off the bench. Sanders hacked and will head to the line. That's the thing about Colorado. They have the advantage of altitude in the league. They have an advantage of tempo is the way they want to play. And they get to the line a lot. You think that could be a recipe to clip a team or two in Big 12 play? We mentioned you get test after test, night after night.
Yeah, it's a very difficult league to be in. And you mentioned night after night. There are no games off. And this kid right here, he just finds a way. Look at that. Just, again, great defense by Dak, using his size and not fouling. And here they are running up and down the floor. The Buffaloes are stampeding.
Coach Boyle's team wanted that one to go. Sanders to try to close this half strong. The largest lead for Texas Tech was 16. That could have cut it to 11.
Yeah, they're going to say 6-second differential on the shot. They can get another chance to get an offensive play, but look for Christian Anderson to do what he does best right here.
Wants the screen from Leon Horner.
Got the mismatch.
Gets the switch. Likes this mismatch. Can't make him pay. Rebound volley to Ronchik grabs. 5 seconds left. Knocked away. It's Anderson. It's a 3. And it goes!
Righteous!
How about that for an exclamation point? Christian Anderson.
To see more impact in this second half.
Well, right on top of your point, Brandon, 5 freshmen in the rotation for Colorado, although no Jalen Holland in this game. He's out with an injury, but still, that's just so much youth against a team of veteran experience that was in the Elite 8 a season ago, led by JT Toppin.
We're coming again. We're talking about him in the break, and right away, coming off that ball screen, dropping it to him. You know, not playing zone, playing man now. They're going right to their go-to guy. And Chris, to your point, this is an anomaly of a team in college basketball right now. Playing with 5 freshmen, you just don't see it in the era of the portal.
Coach Boyle went into his roster building philosophy in this day and age with us in the pregame. Missed layup in transition for Anderson, but a great rebound by Atwell to save possession. Is open for three. What? Wow!
You're seeing the physicality, the difference in the physicality. You're talking about a Texas Tech team's got a bad taste in their mouth of what happened in Houston. They're taking it out on these Buffs right now.
Right now, it's Texas Tech, their largest lead of the game, a 20-point advantage.
One thing you always talk about, hey man, it's easy to say we're scoring transition. You got to get a rebound and you got to stop them, which is difficult. But here again, they're giving Colorado a one-shot game. So when they miss, they can't even get a second shot, which is making it very, very difficult when this Texas Tech team is firing on all cylinders. 3 players for Texas Tech in double figures scoring. We mentioned Anderson and Toppin, Atwell as well. Watts wants 3. Well short, but of course it's Atwell. Toppin rises. Ranshi comes down with the ball. On November 21st against Purdue, he's been out with a lower body injury. He's in the game here, relieving Toppin. Yeah, they're going to need, again, big minutes right now in this game. You know, it's good for him to come in, and they're up 20. So there's not a lot of pressure on him to see him if they try to attack him.
Dak short. But you can play a little more loose. Watts, transition catch, looking like a receiver.
It's the game. Again, sometimes you have to punch the bully right away. Colorado want to come out and play up and down, and Texas Tech is doing just that.
The young Buffs.
That's a foul. He plays that Darion Williams role last year, and he might be just an effective offensive player.
Digs down there that time to cause a turnover. The preseason newcomer of the year in the conference. That's supposed to be really that number 2. But the pleasant surprise of Anderson has been the second scorer, and also a great playmaker. Just drops it off to the.
Just give them an extra body inside, and with Toppin. If you're going to attack Texas Tech, you have to get Toppin in foul trouble. And if they don't have an answer, that's what this young man can do.
Isaiah Johnson knifes inside.
It's really crafty for a kid his age. Credit being around his dad and around him training guys like LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. And there's a foul there by Atwell, being aggressive. Here he is again. The question is, where's the help right here? No one there reaching in. He's done a really good job, as you say, snaking to the rim, and they did a lot more of that right now.
Yeah, he's learned all the tricks. His dad, Chris, we talked about it, renowned skills trainer working with NBA legends. He was playing pickup games with NBA greats at 10 years old. This guy, talk about not being fazed by playing against grown men.
Not being fazed, and your mom is probably watching. Let's not just give dad all the credit. She was a hooper as well, so double trouble in that household.
Petty for 3, front rim. Dad, A&M Kingsville, mom, UT, Rio Grande Valley. So being that's a great throwback picture that we had on the screen. But
baby face.
I have to imagine, right? He might be able to get a 10-day. Oh, no doubt. Later on in the season, right? He can still score. In the NBA, you still need scorers. From the corner, Sebastian Ranshi.
Like I said, he went 0 for 5 in the last game. He can knock that shot down. You're talking about an elite-level player. He's been great scoring. Now they're getting after him in the full court. Got to increase the pressure of this game, and hopefully they can get some steals.
If you're just joining us, it was Colorado that got off to the roaring start at home. They led it at one point 16-9. Great drop off. Toppin set it up, and Tyree Bryant hammers.
You cannot allow them to get that free pass into the crease of the defense, because there's no one to guard the dunker spot, because guys are stretched trying to guard shooters. Once you get in the middle of that lane, you have to drop, but you're worried about the shooters. A paradox, a tough situation, shall I say, for the Buffs.
It's a pick your poison turnover, Colorado. Revisit the dunk.
You see right there, just watch that area right there, dropping it right there. Once they get to the middle, it's tough because you're guarding probably the best player, one of the best players in the country. You're trying to honor him, but at the same time, there's no one there in the dunker spot.
Just highlights what Grant McCaslin, Texas Tech's head coach, said this week as Toppin turns it over. Just about 60% of what they can be, thanks to the injuries that they've had along the way. Felix Caceres scores in transition, the freshman.
I'll give Tailboy credit. Again, as I said, in that zone, it's a chippy foul right there. We won't foul him that far away. But changing to man-to-man instead of playing zone, Texas Tech is carving them up, getting a steal there in transition. Got to sprint back. Good job there by Caceres, and just getting up and down the floor and finishing. Points off turnovers are huge because they're going to need a lot of those to come back against a good team like this. But they're at home, so we'll see what happens.
It was Texas Tech, remember, they had the big comeback against Duke, and their biggest win of the year. They were down 17 in the second half. You can't leave open Jalen Petty. He's a 40% three-point shooter.
But it's the point that I made before. You got to draw that up. Yep. Again, Wonchik dove down to take away the dunk down, and you left Petty, a very dangerous shooter, wide open.
So many options of how to attack a defense.
Really good job coaching offense by the Red Raiders. Tough shot.
Jalen Petty making his fourth start of the season delivers. Christian Anderson climbs up. Yeah, on your head.
Oh, my goodness. Definitely got to get a timeout. What they had.
I think part of what helped him out is that he was on the set of Space Jam 2. Wow.
Well, there you go.
The NBA players were there. And
it's good to know friends, right?
Yeah,
it's good. That's why I know you. I mean,
you're the one who can get me into all kinds of doors. I can't help you at all in that category. Corner three, Atwell from the corner. And it's off the fingertips of Bryant and out of bounds.
Another long rebound. Bryant couldn't hold on to it, but give Texas Tech credit. They go to the glass with reckless abandon. 12 minutes to go. Buffs got to get some rhythm going offensively. Try to score against this stingy defense of the Red Raiders.
Petty defending this dribbling handle display by Johnson to set up the corner shooter. Sanders no.
And again, they always talk about draw the X's on offense, but the question is, what can the X's do, right? And unfortunately, Sanders is not a three-point shooter, so they'd much rather take Johnson away.
Anderson stops the dribble, leads Atwell off the mark. Rebound tipped by Toppin, can't get it to go.
Toppin just seems like he's always getting his hands on the ball. This kid right here, transition, he's pretty good for his size.
Kind of a do-it-all player.
But again, college basketball is being reinvented. I mean, there were times I've coached for 20+ years in college basketball and recruited. You would never think of bringing Division II players or bringing NIA players up. And there are a lot of coaches, think about Josh Schertz at St. Louis, Coach McCullum at Iowa, that have shown you that this is possible. And even see what Coach Nettie has done at Indiana in football, bringing players from JMU, Chris.
Yeah, St. Louis earlier this week on CBS Sports Network, winners against VCU on the road with Josh Schertz leading the way. Their first ever win at VCU.
Huge, huge win. That is a very tough place to play. Big time win.
A lot of physicality as Sanders chisels. Anderson turns the corner, lefty scoop, oh yeah.
I mean, just got his head up like the road runner. Meet me, and you just stop and go and just get to the rim. This kid is so smart. I think he has a chance to play at the next level because he can really shoot it. More importantly, he's elusive and he can the NBA. That's all they do.
Yes. Bang got Dak, second free throw, back rim. See the foul trouble. Watts picked up his fourth. Toppin still with threes, winning Petty and Atwell in that category for the Red Raiders. Still a comfortable 18-point lead.
You're right. They got to dig in. The foul trouble is huge. They got to get those guys off the floor, dig into their bench, which is what the Buffs do well. Good job doubling. Don't foul. They can't foul him.
Anderson, he likes these late clock situations.
Great defensive possession there.
Through the hands of Toppin. Johnson accelerates, navigates, and gets fouled. So there's Toppin right back in this with his 4 fouls, still with 6:28 left. It's a 12-1 Colorado run. This has turned into an electric second half.
See, coming off that left hand again. They faked it that time.
McKaylee, count it! The run continues for the Buffaloes. Stampede here in the second half.
They've done a great job of finding some mismatches, getting some movement, putting guys in position to score. McKaylee, a great cutter.
Atwell quiets the crowd. The big-time three for Texas Tech. They'd gone over 2 minutes without a bucket.
Tough one right there. They've done a good job of setting the offense up. Freshman got a little carried away there, tried to get a foul. But the reason why that happened is they have their players on the floor now. Now they can't take Anderson out of the game because Atwell's in and Toppin's in.
Toppin draws two, but he throws it away. Barrington Hargress, Sebastian Ronchik. That one would have been huge to cut it to a two-possession game. Watts isolated. McKaylee defends.
Bully ball.
The player from Fresno hooks it home.
Man, that's too easy. He gets that, maybe Colorado's a little winded, but there's no way you can stop DeJuan Watts. He gets it that close, and you see Atwell, they need a timeout.
Big 12, CBS Sports Network. 11-point lead for the Red Raiders.
See what they do offensively. Great cutting. Atwell, an excellent offensive coach, moving guys around. Good job. Great offense.
Johnson, Cannon.
Saw it coming. It was a misdirection. I told you, man, out of a timeout, one of the best. That ball found him. Grant McCaskill can't be happy. The one most dangerous guy making threes.
All 17 points for Johnson have come in half two. Atwell, you left them open again. You cannot do it. And Atwell delivers another big-time J.
If you're going to blitz, is what they're doing, you have to sprint out of rotations. But for one guy, you cannot leave. He's not Tom Brady number 12. He's Red Raider number 12, Atwell. Donovan Atwell has to be found.
He's
wow.
5 for 11 from 3 as McKaylee responds.
What a game. It's turned out to be a really good game.
Quality game.
Great strategy by both coaches. Christian Anderson's been taken out of this game. He's got to find they're putting bigger players on him.
Watts hands, Atwell as Watts rolls. Shot clock down to 5. Has to be Anderson. Bumped in the air. There is no whistle. Shot clock does not reset. Atwell gets loose again. And here comes Colorado. Dish to the right side. And that's Hargress from Ronchik.
The refs are definitely letting him play. I thought Anderson got fouled there, but you know what? Texas Tech was very physical the first half. They're allowing Colorado to do the same thing. And this crowd is into it, Chris. College basketball right now at its finest. Going bully ball.
Watts seeing double. Trying to keep the pivot. He might have switched it, but threw it away anyway. Johnson, who's had a monster second half. Euro. No. Rebound. Ricochet.
Last 3 minutes. Play our best 3 minutes here and continue to do what we do the last couple of minutes here to win this game.
Who will make those key plays down the stretch of this one? Colorado off the inbound. McKaylee can't deliver.
Yeah, they got the nice slip. You had Johnson sprinting to the corner. Watts took that shot away, and McKaylee slipped, but he couldn't make the shot.
11 points, 10 rebounds for Watts. It's a double-double. But again, he has 4 fouls, joining Atwell and Toppin with 4 for Texas Tech. Here is Toppin.
And put 2 on the ball.
Air ball, which does not reset the shot clock. It's down to 2. It has to be Petty. He gets rid of it and delivers. Incredible. What we see, again, we can judge what
Shout
we
out
see
to
on our
CBS.
monitor.
We got great
the
view.
great crew, great angle of it. On their side, they could not have definitive evidence that that was still in his fingertips. So they count the bucket, 9-point lead, 2:10 left. They're in this second half.
Good movement there by Colorado. Great offensive possession.
And Hargress makes it count.
That dribble handoff, that motion, getting it from one side of the floor, getting him to go downhill is really doing a job on Texas Tech. But here's where they got to do it right here on the defensive end. They're really letting Ronchik be very physical with Anderson. He's doing a really good job on him.
Colorado has upped it defensively in these games last 7 minutes. But Atwell gets loose again. Can't make 3, number 6. With a 7-point deficit, here come the Buffalo stampeding down the floor with Johnson. And he'll go. It's down to 5. Against the press, Texas Tech, excellent passing up ahead to Donovan Thunders. That is picture perfect against the press.
100% right, Chris. Don't dribble a basketball. The ball travels faster than the dribble, and thrown up to the ultimate finisher in college basketball, going up top, Mr. Toppin.
Johnson, front iron it off. Offensive board, Colorado. And they had it at 5, just the last possession.
Don't need threes. You can take some twos, get to the foul line.
And Johnson, erased. Toppin.
Not for Ronchik. For Ronchik. More importantly, let's see if they can get a downhill drive and get to the foul line.
After the Texas Tech turnover, a chance to cut it to one possession. It is Johnson, and Toppin again rejects the shot out of bounds. 45 seconds left.
They're trying to get to the line. Johnson getting to his left hand, doing a good job. But again, so many defenders there. I would love to see him find a way to get in there and invite him. You got Ronchik in a corner, wide open for a three. They're bees to honey right now.
Ronchik open, wants three, get three. It's down to 2.
Screener action, double screen to screen. Look for Petty coming off.
Shot clock at 8. Anderson resets the offense.
No ball screen. That's a foul.
Bumped. Logo 3. Front rim, need a board. Dak gets it. No timeouts. 11 seconds left. Down 2.
Drive the ball.
They were down as many as 24. 6 seconds. This is Johnson. He's doubled. Has to be Hargress for the win. Off right. And that